But moving on to original ideas and trying to take inspiration, we got the original Goku Black in movie 3, The Tree of Might. Now, the Tree of Might, as those who have watched the original Dragon Ball series know, the plot is there is a group of, I'm assuming, space pirates. It's never really officially cleared up how they all kind of banded together. But let's just go with space pirates.
Yeah. So they were with Frieza. They defected.
Mm-hmm.
And because they defected, now, Turles was like, yo, let me build up my own army to contend.
Makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. I can get with that. Would explain how they got the Scouters. So they're space pirates. They come across by, Tim's point about like backstory. We don't know how they come across these seeds, but they come across the seeds for a god tree called the Tree of Might. They decide to plant it in Earth. It starts sucking the earth dry rapidly, right? You see the wildlife dying
within hours.
Just deers collapsing, fish falling back into the, going belly side up in the rivers. And Goku and to the movie's credit, the entire Z Fighters, including Chaozu, show up to try to uproot the tree. They're unable to. Turles' crew shows up. Everybody has a show of fisticuffs. Eventually, Turles, looking a lot like Goku, shows up, gets Gohan to turn into a giant ape. Piccolo shows up. Goku cuts off Gohan's tail. Goku and Turles square off. He's beating Turles. Turles eats the Tree of Might, bodies everyone for the next 20 minutes straight. And then Goku is able to defeat Turles by actually absorbing the energy from the tree to make a spirit bomb in a Clint Eastwood literal standoff and blow Turles through the tree and saving everybody. So overall, what did you guys think of the Tree of Might as a movie?
As a movie, I gave it another 8. My only drawback was, and I like you for the original comment, like that is the original Goku Black.
Mm-hmm.
From design to just everything, bro. My only thing was, you mean you couldn't like narrow down one of probably the biggest mysteries? What is his connection to Goku? Because he knows him by Kakarot.
Mm-hmm.
So like, is he a cousin? Is he an uncle? Like, and I'm pretty sure like, hey, yes, we haven't gotten the story of Bardock and the father of Goku yet, but at least we know about Raditz. Like, you could have mentioned something.
Mm-hmm.
Something. Especially where the series was going, because this is technically, I would say, I think this is after Namek.
Still
technically,
it's
another what if before Namek, I would say.
Yeah,
but I guess if they didn't die.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Okay, so that's cool. So it's technically like another Saiyan invasion type ish. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
So I get that. Yeah, you could have mentioned something, bro. You could have mentioned something that could have explained their connection, because that is still the running mystery to this day. Like you showed us Goku's mother before you even explain who Turles is. Like, and I just kind of felt like, bro, that was such a missed opportunity, man. Because you could tell, like, at this point, they were trying to really give more, like, subtle hints before, like, of Goku's lineage. But it kind of felt like after Namek, everything was just more about the Super Saiyan versus the Saiyan.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like, can you tell us more about Saiyan culture? Like, even with them, like, yes, they probably defected from Frieza's army. They became mercenaries, just like that group who was kind of based off like BoJack's crew in the manga, the super manga. Mm-hmm. It's the same story. Mm-hmm. It's the same story. They were part of the Frieza Force.
The Heaters.
The
Heaters,
yeah.
Yeah, they defected and they just do their own thing.
The black,
they still have access to the technology. And what I like the fact about it is there's other like Frieza Force members with them. Like, you got a plethora of aliens. You got this one raccoon looking character, and you can tell it was kind of like Ginyu Force is, but not the fanatics.
1000%, bro.
You had this one guy who could split into two.
They're two brothers.
Yeah, well, they Sakon and Ukon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you had this one cyborg guy, and then you had this other Jace looking Australia, Carl Urban looking character.
He
And
does look like Carl Urban low key though.
yeah, bro. Yeah.
He really
So,
does. Like he really does.
and
Carl Urban
honestly,
in his
bro,
youth.
like it was a well needed, and I was glad. It's like, yes, finally a movie that does not have only four villains. Like, so like you was able to get everybody involved. What I did not like about the story is the Z fighters, they lost against the henchmen. I kind of
Badly.
felt like that should have been the homage to Dragon Ball. That yes, Goku and Piccolo are probably the main characters as of now, but this could have been a moment for you to really showcase like these boys still could throw hands. Because that's one thing that Dragon Ball really showed, bro. Like Yamcha, in his own way, is a trickster with his techniques, and he's very very fast. Like his movements, and then even when he started to bring in more energy based attacks with the Spirit Ball and things of that nature, Tien is basically the Neji of that world in terms of discipline and technique. Chaozu is right there. Well, Chaozu knows telekinesis and all this other stuff. Gohan is Gohan. Krillin, that was Krillin in his peak, I would say.
Yeah.
That was
I agree.
Krillin, bro. Like Krillin was literally like the bag of all tricks that you never knew what he was gonna do. Like even like when he fought the Cybermen, it was like, oh, what Krillin's gonna do? And he's like, oh, he's just gonna shoot a beam. Nope. Beam turns into 7 beams and obliterates half the Cybermen in one go.
Yeah. He takes them all out himself.
Yeah, and then of course, the solar flare and there's just so much more that they could have done. And I didn't like how they were defeated by the henchmen to go back to Goku being main character, and he just one shots them all after a Kaioken power up. And then even the part where Piccolo came in, I did like that. Like he came in later, and of
Yeah.
course, the battle between him and Turles did not go well. I was like, yo, the man
Both
stopped a
times.
special beam cannon with the palm of his hand.
Both times. He
I
got
was
picked
like,
up.
dude just got bodied, bro. And it was very interesting. And I also love the stage, man. I tell people, bro, the Tree of Might, that stage is one of the peak designs, bro. It's like, bro, like this is the end of the world type of end game type scenario. Like to be honest, if Dragon Ball Z was a very short series, you could have ended it with that. Like the world heals after Bit just almost being obliterated of all of its life,
Fair.
Gohan going on a rampage. Like I just loved how Turles did it, because it kind of did feel like an uncle taunting his nephew, like little boy, open up your eyes, and see the truth.
Come see.
And it's like that, and that's why it's like, so who is this character? Who is this person? But
That's
yeah,
fair.
like I gave it another solid 8, man. Like it had some real good peak moments, and to be honest, this was the last time we got choreography, and everything after that was just beams. Yep.
Enjoy the fighting while you can, because yeah, you're right. It doesn't. I mean, it exists, but not really.
No.
After this, yeah,
No.
yeah. That's right. What do you think about the Tree of Might?
The Tree of Might is one of my favorite Dragon Ball Z movies.
Okay.
For me, yeah, I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna give you an essay right now, man. So y'all boys get ready, saddle up. Okay, number one, the stakes and the setting. Giant tree, a giant tree that's gonna absorb the earth. The tree felt evil, right? It felt menacing. And the trade-off is the tree's absorbing the entire planet's power, and it's turning it into a fruit, and there's many fruits. So what's the lore of this tree? Where is this tree from? And why did Turles have to come to Earth for it to be effective? That's one.
Not necessarily, because they did mention they go from planet to planet to do that.
Oh, so
But my thing about
jeez.
it is, what was the connection that? Oh yes, we finally found Kakarot, but who is Kakarot to you?
Yeah.
That
Okay.
part.
All right. So now you have that part, right? And for me, Turles was like, I didn't. like I was never a fan of the Goku Black because it just like, yo, why didn't you just use Turles? He's right here. He's
Hmm.
already written. He's already better. His lore is better.
Hmm.
He's Goku if Goku hit his head. That's
Right.
exactly
That's the
that's
whole premise of
exactly
his character. Yeah.
that's the whole premise of his character. His design is fire. And who are these other guys with him? Are they Saiyans too?
I mean, I don't think so.
No, I mean, what
Yeah.
I did
But
explain that they're aliens from,
Yeah.
like, yeah, you got two looking humanoid looking ones, but then the
yeah, so it's
rest,
like I
yeah.
hated that. I hated that because it's like, yo, how like yeah, the reason why I hated that because it was just like it's dumb. It's like, yo, just make them Saiyans. What are the chances of him?
No, because like, bro, all right, because especially since we were really getting introduced to the Frieza Force at that time, it does make sense. Like, here's a mercenary
Not all of
guy.
them, just those two guys. It would make more sense for me if I was gonna have a coup d'état or like, yo, it would make sense for me to find my three closest friends. And it's just the same theme that I saw with Vegeta, Raditz, and Vegeta, Raditz, and Nappa. So I'm like, okay, so this is also his Saiyan buddy colleagues that he's close with.
That
That's what I thought. That's why I was like, yo, this doesn't make any sense,
that makes
right?
it. That does make sense. That's a logical reasoning. I think it was also just like you don't want to. I mean, to be fair, there are a couple movies that run very close, but I think maybe they saw some of the critique. Again, we're just spitballing, right? We have no idea, but they saw some of the critique of like them literally doing Control C V with the Trio of Might with Goku using the Kaioken. Like, let's not just rehash the Saiyan saga on camera. That's
Yeah.
my thought
Okay,
of like
and
why Turles was just the one.
okay, and even with that, okay, at least make them boys unique enough in like poly pigmentation, and I would have been okay. I would have been okay. But them other aliens, when I say I felt it, I love the design, the cinematography. Listen, that to me is that's one of my favorite groups in Dragon Ball Z of villains besides the Ginyu Force. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Because they were dope, man. You had the cyborg. He had the missiles that came out of his shoulders. Like, what's the lore behind this guy? This guy was going. He didn't care. You didn't. To me, it made me like, yo, you could be like a robot organism, and you could give a Saiyan his work. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? You could give these people work. Then you had the twins that were doing their little technique, like so they were
Hmm.
deadly together. Then you had the I don't know what character that dude look like, but whatever, man.
Nappa with
Homie,
hair.
Nappa with hair, you feel me? And then the other, the Native American, them designs was like, those designs to me were like immaculate. The choreography where Goku gets hit and slides and starts running towards it, that to me is the Akira of fighting scenes where Goku's fighting backwards and then the camera pans out. That's the Akira bike slide equal to, because in my head, when I'm doing a scene, I have to remove that scene because I'm like, man, this is like the perfect template before I start my fight scenes in my mind when I'm
Hmm.
choreographing. Everything about the storyline was just to me was it, the stakes were there, the stakes were different, right? The Earth was involved in a way where it not only would be destroyed, but it's going to be destroyed through what the Earth naturally does on its own,
Hmm.
give life. But you just got to give this one tree life. This one tree life. And the fact them boys was doing everything they can to saw it in half. They're like, yo, you got to go.
Yeah.
And them not succeeding. Um, then it's going like, yeah, I understand when Goku had to finish them boys off, that was lame.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
was super lame because I wanted everybody to get their victory. Um, dog, I'm sorry, kid. Yo, Piccolo, dog.
It was
That's why I
not.
never
It
gave
was. Yeah.
Piccolo. When Piccolo's talking trash to Vegeta, in my head, I said, kid, if this was a battle rap, I would have brought that up. I'd have told Vegeta, listen, when you was talking to Turles, bro, you was looking, you was looking like. You, you was looking like John Kent,
Had the
dog.
stuck face.
You was looking like Superman's dad, dog. The hurricane took him, dog, bro. Listen, man. Yo, and in the fight, when Turles actually ate the fruit, I said, yo, it's done. It's done.
And once again, no color palettes.
No color
Except
palettes.
Kaioken. Except Kaioken.
Yeah. Back
Mm,
to when he was taunting Gohan. I'm like, yo, this has got to be Goku's twin brother. That's fire. Goku, you
mm.
got a twin brother? That's like you answer people's burning desire to see an evil Goku. Now you have him.
Yeah.
And his design, his skin, his Saiyan armor. My favorite Saiyan armor because it's so him, right? It's so I'm such a Conan the Barbarian. I'm not gonna wear like trunks. I'm gonna wear tights. You know what I'm saying? It just
Mm.
I'm raw. I'm like more. I'm more predatorial than
You know what? You know what,
Vegeta
Joey? You brought
is.
up a very valid point about a twin brother. I didn't even think about that. Imagine, like, he got a call from Raditz. Oh, I finally found Kakarot. I'm gonna go check it out. But then he's so many light years away that that journey took that amount of time.
And yes,
Mm.
and not only that, but Turles is Goku. The way he approaches things is like his carelessness, almost. And he's just like, I'm here. What are you gonna do about it? Bully Goku? And that's why I enjoy Goku Black. I like what he brought to Super, but it would for like
I liked it. I liked
like
it.
All right. My point about that.
here's what I would have did with
Yeah,
Goku
go
Black,
ahead.
right? Goku Black would have been a female.
Goku Black would have been
Female.
Gohan if it was me.
It,
But
Yeah.
no, that's my second option. It would have been an
mm,
evil Gohan. That's my second option.
mhm.
But it would have been a female, pink Super Saiyan hair. Boom. Now you bring relevance to female Saiyans with pink hair. Now you have your Morgana of the Dragon Ball Z universe,
Mm.
and you go on from there. That's to me, characters design wise. This is what I would have done.
To be honest,
You know,
it would have been the Gohan idea, or he could have just stayed a Kai. Because I actually did like the idea of a Kai who went
okay, an evil
crazy.
Kai. Yeah, I would
A
have
Kai
taken
who
that.
went
I would have
crazy
taken that
because
too. I
so
would have
now
taken
you
that
could have
too.
really showed me the full abilities of what is a Kai capable of.
But Tim, you don't feel like they kind of corrected that when they made him fuse Zamasu? Because he doesn't look like Goku Black at that point. He looks like Zamasu with just Super Saiyan hair. Like he still
Yeah,
looks Kai-ish.
yeah, and
But
that's why I
him
kind of
turning
felt
into
like
the
when he did
monster,
that, like that's why I felt like when
it
he did
killed
that,
it.
it was kind of redundant. Like
Mm.
it really was. Like because to me, like I felt like it should have been Gohan because first of all, when let's just say, all right, when he fuses with Zamasu, he gets a Kai looking arm. Because I felt like it should have been the design of future Gohan.
Mhm.
That exact design of future Gohan, like has the scar and everything.
But now you making sense, Tim, and you know what I'm saying. This is your logic
Well, remember, like I said in
is
the
is
chat,
is a gold brick.
we're not allowed to disagree with Toriyama, right? Toriyama knows all.
It's a golden
Rest in
brick.
peace, respectfully.
You feel me?
Right?
Your logic. Your logic is the golden brick, but they don't want gold bricks, right? They don't want gold bricks. But yeah, that's what I would have done. The Tree of Might. The Tree of Might is my favorite movie, man. Is my favorite movie because just a lot of it speaks to my artist desires of having because I believe a great character design will make your great story perfect. The music has to be in place. It's not just one thing when I play a video game or when I play a movie. The reason why this is a 10 is because it's the perfect solar system. You know what I'm saying? It brings life to whatever planet it's on. Digimon season is perfect to me. Where my that right there, that Saturday morning, it will always be on my mind. Why? Because it was perfect. It wasn't the imperfectness makes it even more perfect. That's what's so beautiful about it. You get what I'm saying? It's just that, and that's why I love the Tree of Might. I like the fact that, yo, there's fruit out there that'll make you, even more powerful. One Piece.
He's admitted that Dragon Ball inspired him. Like, come on now,
Yeah,
bro. We
you feel
know
me?
we know
One
who
Piece.
the Godfather
So
of
let's
anime.
let's cease
To
and
put
desist
respect
these
back on
arguments. You
Toriyama.
feel me? Yeah. So yeah, man. That thing to me is like, what if he ate 2 fruits, 3 fruits, 4 fruits?
He does.
And another thing that kind of bothered me, I'm like, yo, if they do that to every planet, bro, why you not strong?
But see, that's the thing. I thought, all right, a good story element they could have added was, all right, they know that if they ever want to take down Frieza one day, this is what they do. They go from planet to harvest until, because remember at that point
It's
nobody
time.
really knew how strong Frieza was because remember he never showed his final form. So it's the level of power scaling you just don't know. So if you want to take on his full army, and that includes Zarbon, Dodoria, Kui,
Jeez, yeah,
and
get
then
me
the Ginyu
Roma
Force
and
after
the
that,
Ginyu
and then it's
Force.
them, and then of course the father, King Cold, and the beloved child we would like to see again. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
he would have had problems.
so
Oh
the
my
the
goodness.
basis of the
Would
tree it
have been
might make
slaughtered, bro.
sense,
A lot
but
of
Yeah,
sense.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's just
yeah.
like,
Okay.
bro, the execution was just a bit wonky. Because I get it, bro. This is a movie. They only probably got like an hour and 20 minutes
To
to
really
explain
get
all of
into it.
this.
Yeah.
But it's just like, bro, there's so many, excuse me, easy connections. Like the whole rainforest burning out, you could have skipped that. You could have skipped that, bro.
To be fair, yes. And the thing that makes it even crazier is that the rainforest thing happened, right? It catches on fire. They wish to have Shenron put it back, only for the rainforest to shrivel right back up when the tree of might gets planted. I'm like,
bro,
what was the point?
like no wonder the shadow dragons came, bro, because y'all was just doing whatever, bro. This
You know,
man,
we don't want to
And
replant this ourselves. Hey, Shenron,
and
you
you know,
mind hitting
and
the
you know,
rewind button real quick?
I hate the fact that dog, yo, y'all doing too many wishes, bro. So we showing up, we about to wreak havoc. Dog. The Dragon Balls have a contingency plan, and y'all squander. Yeah, no, I'm getting hot, man.
Yeah.
But I like, and to be honest with you, that's one of the best finishes in Dragon Ball Z because Turles got killed
The
by
playing
his
with standoff. Yeah.
very creation. You feel me?
It's
And
definitely unique for sure. Like,
yeah, and him going through the
no,
tree.
bro.
yeah.
Like, have y'all seen the screenplay of how it happens? Like when the spirit bomb launches for Goku's hand, Turles' scouter breaks.
Breaks, yeah.
He's
And
like,
you can see Goku's hands twitching, like when he's getting ready. Like it's a legit a standoff. Like they're literally just staring each other down, and he like it cracks. Turles fires, and then Goku fires, and it's just
and I
through the
like it
tree.
was the first
God,
stage.
you're dead, boy.
No, to be honest, and I always love the first stage of the spirit bomb the best, where like when it hits you, it kind of does like a lightning javelin to the sky. I always
And then
love
blows
that
up.
version. Like, yes, the beg
The
for the
nuke.
energy version is gonna always be cynic, but I love that first version, man. It just has such a classical feel to it.
Yeah,
Yeah, man, that to me, man, is that's why it's one of my favorite movies. It's that, and we'll get to the other ones. It's that in between, another one I'm not going to reveal yet. I'll keep that as a
yeah.
surprise. But that right there, as far as top three, that's definitely on in the list. Like I don't see
That's
what else
that's
personally will
interesting.
top that because for me, you do too many things for me as a little kid when I was watching. I say, yo, Goku has a twin brother. He has a team. You have a team. But y'all don't purposely train. He purposely does.
Mm.
So you can see the differences in like okay, I'm careless just like you, Goku, but I'm a little bit more tactical, right? With my carelessness. And that's like I like that. You know what I'm saying? I like
Mm.
that. And yeah, and it just hits different, man. His color palette. And his color palette wasn't even that um
It was very
noticeable,
stoic. It was
but
very
it's
Yeah.
stoic.
very stoic. But it's like he's not stoic. He's very colorful. Turles is a very colorful guy, but just a villain, he's not like, yeah. It's not dry Goku level 4. It's oh yeah, man, look, you got some fight in you, kid. I like that.
Mm.
Some Bandit Keith energy, man. That's what I want to say, dog. He had the perfect amount of Bandit Keith energy.
Mm.
And just you know yeah, that's all I could say, man. Everything about that, man. The choreography. Listen, I'm when you make your characters interesting, like the side villains, you win. Because I remember. You know what I'm saying? We
That's
remember
true.
them.
That's true. I will say
We
my
remember.
pushback to in agreement with Tim is like I don't think that the Z Fighters did enough for the henchmen to matter in the grander scheme of things.
Got
Because
you.
like
Yeah.
they get bodied so quickly that I'm just like, bro,
Budget.
No, you're right. I'm sure
Budget. Yeah.
runtime, everything had like a part to play. Like I'm sure there was a lot of things that like factored into it. But I'm like, but then what was the point of everyone splitting up? If not even 5 seconds later, Yamcha is out for the rest of the movie. You know, it's just like, bro, like what? Why did you even bother? Why did you even bother? Just like everyone just, hey, rally behind Goku. Now I will say, in like to like I guess like soften that a little bit. I did like towards the end when Goku's trying to like, do the spirit bomb the first time, and they're trying to buy him time, so they're all like rushing Turles, and Turles is one shotting everybody. I'm like, I'm a sucker for that. Like even when they did that in the Cell games where everyone's trying to hold off Cell in the anime, so Gohan could like push back. It gets me every time, bro. It is something about like y'all know y'all are
Teamwork,
not
man.
gonna win, but
Yeah.
push them back as long as you can. You know what I'm saying?
The Yamcha tri-beam.
Yeah,
Man.
like that kind of thing. I'm just like, I like
Yeah.
that type of stuff of like, okay, let's just do what we can to help buy time. Like I like that type of energy, but it was just like it just took away from the henchmen from me because, like you said, to your point, answering like they were so visually interesting that I wanted them to do more. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Krillin throws a destructive disc, and this big man who I did not expect to start spinning like a top, spins like a top, chucks a blade that deflects it. I'm like, bro, what? Like, what else can he do? I don't know, because Krillin's unconscious.
Right? Yeah. It's getting you mad, Tim.
Now Krillin's unconscious.
I'm like, no. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's infuriating, man.
Guess who defeats the Ginyu Force and on King Gai's planet? These same people. I'm like,
yeah, but it goes to the whole thing that's always been an issue with Dragon Ball, right? Like, what are power levels really? What are power levels really, right? It's just,
come on, don't say it like that, dog. Don't say it like
what's
that.
What's a power
man.
level in comparison like to the
that,
plot,
man.
right?
Jeez,
so
dog.
To me, it's like that's always been like my knock on the Trio of Might. I'm like, it was right there. Like the storyboard was right there. The Z fighters all square off.
Yeah,
they all have the little different elements. You know, and it's just like, and
that's a 9, man.
Nothing.
It's a 9, man. Tree of Might is a 9 for me. Yeah, it's a 9.5.
Tim, what do you give it?
I give it an 8 still.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's like, bro, I want to know who Goku Black is.
Mm.
Like,
the original Goku Black
because now, you know, Joy with the twins. I was like, bro, that twin story actually does pretty stick. It does.
Yin and Yang, Tiger.
Oh, he got
Dragon.
he got a transmission from Raditz. He said he'll follow up when he can. Oh, I found out Raditz is dead. Oh, I found out Vegeta and Nappa had a little issue. I'm like, all right, let me go check this out.
Mm.
Because, like I said, bro, that scene with him and Gohan is like, this feels like an uncle taunting his nephew.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, bro, there's so much more they could have did with
you
this.
got girls? You ain't got no girls, little boy. What you got no girls?
Wiping the dog Julio out his mouth.
Oh, you think you can fight? You can't fight, little boy. Come on now. I used to beat your dad up when we were kids. Get out of here.
Man, I heard you ran into a little problem. Why don't you come back to see me at 12 o'clock, man? We're going to talk about that. Like
to me, I feel like I'm not as big of a fan of Tree of Might as like you guys are. It's probably like a 7.5 out of 10 for me. Okay. Only because a lot of those things you guys said, the things that are left on the table, I just found so frustrating, even as a kid. Right? I'm just like, there were just so many things. I'm like, that's it. Like, that's all that happened. Like, what?
I'm not having it. And Judge Dredd.
I'm like that. That was it. Like, even
that's it. That's
it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Saturday morning, about to throw my cereal. Like, what? Like, Even the whole thing where like when he turns Gohan into an ape, and like Goku's using the Kaioken to run from Gohan. Like, I've never seen the ape move that fast, bro. Never. Like, Goku's hitting. It's like trying to reason with Gohan and try to hit the dash, and Gohan's just like there was just so many things. I'm like,
it made me like, yo, Gohan is a problem.
Yeah.
And then it goes
nowhere. I would have even liked if like maybe it took Turles one more fruit to like overpower Goku. He just eats one, and it becomes so one-sided. Granted, again, cinematography becomes A1. That one shot where he hits Goku down and you just see like the bullets falling, and then one hits Goku and land. I'm like, beautiful. But it's just bro, you're done. Just get your hands in the air from now. You're done. It's over. he got you. He got you, my boy.
Yeah.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, that comes to a conclusion for our first part of our reviews of the Dragon Ball movies. The first three: Dead Zone, World's Strongest, and Tree of Might. Thank you guys for listening, tuning in. Next time, obviously, we will be covering the next. I think we should do the next four, just because one of them is technically a sequel in itself. So the next one will be Lord Slug, Cooler, The Return of Cooler, and then Super Android 13. So make sure if you're watching on YouTube to like, comment, subscribe, give us a comment, give us some feedback, tell us what you want us to cover next in this next installment or in future installments. And once again, thank you for tuning in for the Press Start Select podcast. I am Antonius the Gamer, Kel Smith, Super SSS rank. See you guys next time.